We're chillin'! We're chillin' with Rick. He's gonna get to the story quick. Yeah, we're chillin'. Yes, we're chillin' with Rick. Chillin' with Rick, everybody. Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Chillin' with Rick, the People Show. Without you guys, I'd be nothing. How are you? Alright, here's what I want you guys to do. Whenever there's an episode, share it, comment, join my page if you're new, like it. That's all you gotta do. Help support Chillin', bringing you guys top-notch entertainment. Now, let's get to my sponsors. We're going to start off on Hi-Fi. Hi-Fi, a vintage stereo shop in Syracuse, is home of all your vintage stereo gear from the best era, the 60s, 70s, and 80s. The best gear. What musician out there is going to argue with me on that? Come on. And they buy, sell, trade, and repair the systems you remember from that era. And now all you musicians listen to this part. They repair your guitar amps. Yes, they do. Because I know some of you guys blow them out. I've seen it. So, go to Hi-Fi and get the gear that your music was meant to be listened to on. And my buddy Bill Mosher and his work partner, I don't know his name. Bill Mosher's one of the two lead singers of the Horn Dogs. He owns that. Go see him. They have albums there too, vintage albums. Definitely go check out Hi-Fi. Now we're going to go to the Med Spot. You ready? We're going to Rome, New York. The Med Spot is located at 110 West Thomas Road in Rome, New York. The phone number is 315-930-3800 or the med-spot.com. The Med Spa is an upscale, trendy medical spa that addresses all your aesthetics and wellness needs. If you happen to go there, tell Corey and Rachel Corbin, Chillin' sent you. Big Earl Stump Removal. Now before you guys go, doot doot doot, gotta have the area code nowadays. Doot doot doot, doot 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 doot. Hi, is this Big? He'll be like, what? His real name is Jason. It's Jason Earl. So if you call Jason Earl at 315-363-5217 to get that pesky stump removed, don't say, hi, is this Big? Jason Earl. Now, he's done work for us here since we lived here, the 2 whole years that we lived here. He's took down 2 trees for us. He's grinded the stump right down to nothing. And you could plant something else there if you didn't want that pesky tree there. So, get a hold of Big Earl. 315-363-5217. Tell him Chillin' sent you. Ryder. The band Ryder. Who out there doesn't love Daryl White? Come on, he's a hugger. He came here one of his 19 interviews. He hugged me 4 times. He was only here for 2.5 minutes at that point. He's a hugger. So if you guys want to go see a killer rock band and have Daryl hit them notes like only the 80 singers can hit, definitely go check out Ryder. Get yourself a Ryder t-shirt too. I think they have them for sale out there. So go tell Daryl White, Chillin' sent you. You'll get an extra hug, I guarantee it. He's one of my best friends. Now we're going to go to Oneida Carpets. Oneida Carpets is located at 174 Madison Street, owned and operated by Lynn and Scott White. Phone number is 315-361-9800 or oneidacarpets.com. The carpets are installed by true professionals at a very fair price. Tell Lynn Chillin' sent you. Now, Lynn's done work for me and my dad before. He laid a rug for us, and it turned out phenomenal. He uses all top-notch equipment, measures right to the exact centimeter, and everything's good. And Lynn is also the lead singer of Before August, another killer band that you should probably go see. If you're out supporting Ryder, go support Before August. If you happen to be in the same area, just support local music altogether, guys. Not a hard concept. Go support local music. It's very, very important. And I'm bringing you guys a lot of top names this year. So, go check out Before August. I gotta go get my next guest. Hey, I'm over here. Hey! What's up, everybody? Welcome to Chillin' with Rick, the people show. Without the people, I'd be nothing. Without the people, Fritz would be nothing. Fritz loves his audience. I know he does.
Absolutely.
I'm sitting here with Fritz Scherz of Fritz's Polka Band. How are you, brother?
Great, man. It's good to see you again.
Yes, 3 years it's been.
It's crazy.
We were just talking
Time
off
flies.
camera. Dude, it does. And you're just as handsome as you ever were.
Well, hey,
Hey,
I'll accept that. Thank you very much.
I'm not above flirting with a guy here and there.
Likewise.
We're just trying to get a few laughs here and there,
It's all
man.
good, man. Laughter's a good thing.
Yes. You got to hook me up with a Fritz's Polka Band shirt.
All right.
I'll give you a chillin' shirt.
I know people.
I know you
I
do.
can make that happen.
I can make ours happen too. Get you that chillin' shirt, brother.
All right. There you go. There you
How
go.
you been, man?
Good, man. No.
You just handed me your schedule. It's like this long. I don't know how the hell you do it, and thank you for fitting me
Yeah.
in.
Thanks for having me back. This is cool, man. I look forward to it.
For the
I'm glad.
love of polka.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
So, since you've been here, I've probably gained 1,200 people. So,
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
so-
a testament, though,
yeah.
to your trade.
yes,
You know what I mean? And the way you
I love doing
the way
this.
people react to it.
Yep.
You know, you had some nice nominations, too, right? With the
Dude.
Sammys,
5 of them.
right?
Never
So,
no worse than 16th.
You know what I mean? So, hey, that tells you that
Yeah.
even just to get nominated for something like that is like, wow.
I might be onto
People are
something here, Fritz.
recognizing. Yeah. You know, it's informative. You talk to everybody.
I do.
You know, and there's people out there that do really care about
Yeah.
the local scene and what's going on.
Yeah.
You know, so that's great you do that.
Yeah. I had one dude, your first appearance. A polka band, really? I was like, he's in the music scene too.
Yeah,
Don't be knocking
good.
polka.
It's all good. It's all good. You got to have thick skin.
You do some rock songs in your polka.
Yeah, we do a lot.
Yeah.
We, you know, shoot, we do a lot of various styles of tunes.
Yeah.
You know, but you got to have thick skin when you play because
You got the Mikey J.
there's Mikey J.
I love Jake
yeah,
Waste.
that's
I haven't
going
seen him
back,
in a long
man.
time. We love you, Mikey.
I haven't seen Mike. Yeah, Mikey J.
He was there in your first interview.
Yeah, way back.
He knew you were coming. He's like, I got to be there for that front row.
That was a good surprise.
I was like, come on, man.
because I don't always see him that often.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a long time myself.
Yeah, he's a
We're
good
on a
dude.
record pace of not seeing Mikey J.
Yeah, I guess
And I
so,
used to see
man.
him every few weeks.
Right.
Did breakfast with him often. Now it's Ryan Quinn.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So what have you been doing 3 years, man? Family life, gigging,
All of it.
all of it.
Really? You know what I mean?
I love your ice cream photos when you can tag them.
Yeah, Facebook's weird like that. Probably Facebook will flag me for saying that.
Yeah.
You know, it's all about money.
Oh,
They
dude.
want you to boost posts and
Yeah.
so they can keep the money coming in. And
Yeah, for a simple
You know,
$15 donation.
you know what doesn't make sense either? Like, say, birthday's a good example. Get
Yeah.
a lot of birthday greetings, and I try to reply. But if you say thanks, thank you, many thanks, much appreciated, you know, so many times,
Yeah.
they'll freeze your account for
Yep.
24 hours.
It's
They
happened to
think
me.
it's spam. I go, how can being grateful be spam?
Yeah.
But yet some of the other crap that I see on there,
Yeah.
that gets through with no problem.
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
Yeah.
You know, but whatever.
right there
it is
with you.
what it is. It is what it is.
I got
you
banned
know?
from my account for like 12 hours for saying thank you for birthday wishes.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Because I like to say thank you to everyone because I'm
Yeah,
that appreciative.
And then it doesn't even won't even populate so you can see.
Yeah.
You know, because if you're away for a few hours, which I was, because this year on my birthday I was driving to Jersey,
Yeah.
to go see the Stones, and you know, I go back to look and it's like, oh, it's not me accessing. It's like freezing. It's weird, whatever.
Yeah.
So, it's all good.
It's all good, man. We'll get through it. But Facebook is finicky.
Yeah, it is.
We'll call it finicky Facebook.
No, I've been busy since the last time. I was looking up when I was here. It's June 4th, 2021.
Yeah.
And there's great things happening. Maybe it's either a coincidence or you can take credit for it. But after I was on your show, not even a year later, we won the Sammy Award for that Hands of Time recording. So
I seen that speech.
it's
and
an
everything.
opportunity to take credit for
There
that.
was a tear in my eye. Fritz. So part of that, Sammy, is mine, right?
There was a tear in my eye too. 'Cause I got choked up. You know, because that was.
You gave a great speech, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And that wasn't that easy to do. You know, because because I'm a sentimental guy anyhow.
Yeah, me too.
Very sentimental. And as soon as they announced that we won. It's like, wow, you know.
I think I messaged
And-
you to tell you congrats.
Yeah, I hope I replied if
I
Facebook
think
let
you
me.
did. Yeah.
When I walked up and Z gave me the hug, and I said in his ear something like, "I'm gonna choke up, brother," or something like that, you know.
Yeah.
And then I got up there and I kind of cleared my throat and tried to say some stuff, and didn't have anything wrote down.
Yeah.
Usually I don't, you know. My wife always said, "Whenever, just speak from the heart."
Yep.
That's what she's always said, you know. And
Yeah.
sometimes it's easier than other times, but very, very personal recording, because the Hands of Time is actually a title of a song, and it's a title of a song that my dad started before he passed away.
Yeah.
So it was like a few weeks before he passed away from cancer. One night when I'm visiting him at his house, he opened his wallet and got this paper out and handed it to me. He goes, "Here, you're going to have to finish this because I'm not going to be able to." And I said, that was pretty heavy when he said that. And I was like, wow. And I read it, and all that was on it was like, if I could only turn back the hands of time, what a great time we would have once more.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. So I put it in my wallet, kept it. And after he passed away, I still had it in my wallet. And time went by, because this was 2009. Time went by, and then I'm like, man, I got to write this song sometime. Then I took it out of my wallet and I put it by my computer at home. Figuring if I see it, eventually it'll trigger something. Because I hadn't wrote a song in a few years since he passed away.
Yeah.
And I never wrote anything. And I was like, man, I can't think of nothing. And then all of a sudden we were going to, once we had studio time booked at Subcat to go and do the recording, the thought was, I got to finish that song.
Yeah.
I couldn't finish it. And then randomly, kind of, I thought back to years prior, I do some solo gigs, you know. And one night I was at a nursing home playing, and I just started playing something, and it's like, wow, that actually sounds pretty good. And so every time I go to a solo gig, I play that, whatever that melody was. But that was it. And I put it on tape so I wouldn't forget it. And then one night I just got thinking, I wonder if what he started would go with that. And it did. It matched up. I'm like, now I got the melody. And then I had to finish the lyrics. So I did. And when you listen to this song, there's part in there like, but oh how I miss you, since the night I've been gone, the time it goes by, but things like that. That's written from my dad's perspective, because it's saying since the night I've been gone. And then the next time through that chorus, but oh how I miss you, since the night you've been gone. Now I'm singing it from my vantage point. So it's like we were singing each other. So getting into the weeds with the song, but I really pushed myself. And usually songs that I write don't have a bridge, which is standard like for rock and country music. But I really don't write that stuff. I put a bridge into that song. Just to took myself in a different direction. And then I was like, wow, what could I do on that song? I wonder if Dean Castronova Journey, I was wondering if he'd sing harmony on it.
Your buddy Dino.
So when I asked him, he goes, "Yeah, brother." Yeah, he's real hyper. "Yeah, brother." So, and then it's like, man, there's one more special guest if I could get on there, Joe Bonamassa. So when I saw Joe, I asked him about, if he'd play on. So that's how that came about, getting those guys both on there. And so that's the song, and that ended up being the title track of the CD. And so that was pretty cool that won a Sammy.
Absolutely.
That was really exciting. So I'm really grateful. I'm grateful for all the stuff we've been through for the years. Been doing it a long time.
There's a million things I got to talk to you about.
Yeah, man.
How did you become friends with Dino? From Journey.
When he was going through some of his legal troubles, we connected on Twitter. That was before it changed its name. And we went back and forth different times, and I'd send him like little things of encouragement, because I knew he went through some challenges. And he didn't forget that, and then when he latched on with the Dead Daisies, went and saw him. And I took a buddy of mine and went down. They were doing an in-store in Colony, and then that night they were playing at whatever used to be the Northern Lights.
Yeah.
I forget the name of what
I
it
don't know
was.
either.
Upstate Music Hall or something, whatever. So we walked into the Guitar Center, and I saw him and the rest of the band were off like in the kitchenette area.
Yep.
You know, and like the audience that was going to be there for the in-store acoustic thing was off to the side.
Yeah.
So I walked in, I looked over, and I saw him, and he said, I wasn't going to, like, run right over, you know, because I'm not going to be like a fanboy. I'm going to be respectful, you know. And but he saw me. He comes right over, gave me a big hug and a kiss on the cheek, you know. And I'm like, what's up, brother? He goes, hey, Fritz, you know. And he's just high energy and really cool. And then, you know, we hung out, my buddy and I. We watched them do the acoustic, and he sang an awesome version of Maggie May from Rod Stewart.
Yeah.
And I heard that, and I was just like, man. That's like his own song.
Yeah.
Holy cow, beautiful. And then obviously we visited more after that. Then we went to the show at the Northern Lights, you know, and that was phenomenal. And then after the show, we hung out some more and chit-chat. And that's actually when I asked him about recording on my album.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, it's just amazing how things work. But when I asked, you know, and it's like, I asked him about doing it. Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it. And
because he's excitable.
He's very excitable. And he was cool.
Yeah.
And then time went by, and then we connected with the song, getting the songs to the studio that he was using out in Oregon. And that's how that happened, you know. And then we kept in touch.
Yeah.
You know, we became fast friends. And then actually it was a little before I was on your show, and I went down to Nashville and hung out for a few days with him.
Yeah.
Because he was with a different band at that point, and they were going to do, that was when he had the band, it was the Rise Above, now they're known as Generation Radio. It's got Chris Rodriguez, who played with Kenny Loggins.
Oh, wow.
Jada Marcus from Rascal Flatts.
Yep, I know who he is.
And
I love Rascal Flatts.
goodness, who else? I'm drawing a blank here. Tom Yankton, who was also a guitarist in Rascal Flatts.
Oh, okay, yep.
And I'm missing somebody. Oh, Jason Sheff, who was in Chicago.
Oh.
So that was like a super group.
I feel like
so
I
they
should
were
bow to
doing,
you, Fritz.
So they were doing. So he's like, "Hey, brother, you want to come down to Nashville?"
Yeah, man, I'm there.
Like, sure, you know. So me and a couple other buddies. Well, I made buddies with the one guy from Michigan because I hadn't met him yet. But my other buddy from Long Island is a drummer in like a Bon Jovi Journey tribute band. He's a phenomenal drummer.
Yeah.
Drums like Dean.
Yeah.
You can definitely tell the inspiration. Matt Ritchie, by the way. And we met up down in Nashville. Went to watch the band rehearse. I was like, wow.
You were side stage for that, weren't you?
Yeah, when they actually did
you were pretty close to him drumming.
Yeah.
I remember the video.
That was
I was
awesome.
jealous.
When he did Faithfully.
Yeah. Oh,
that place, man, he gave at the end a standing ovation.
Yeah.
I got choked up when he was singing it because at that point, you know, he's coming back. You know, he's building momentum. You know, and knowing what he's been through. You know, I was so proud of him, and that was amazing. And then, you know, it's funny because I told him at some point, you know, you'll be back in Journey.
Yeah.
Oh no, brother, that ship sailed. And then it wasn't too long, and sure enough, he's back in Journey.
That's right.
You know, so we still keep in touch.
Yeah.
You know, and he's been really good. You know, he's really good and stuff. So so that's how that became about. You know, and such an incredible musician.
Yes. I thought I knew people. You're putting me to shame.
Hey, Dean's just a heck of a talent.
Yeah.
He really is, and he's grateful. Like he's like appreciative for what he has.
Yes.
You know, and if you watch any interviews he's done, you know.
You got to be.
Yeah.
It's all about being humble.
Yeah.
It is.
You know, when you meet people that are nice, you know, to me that makes a great impression because you always meet someone they're not that nice, and it's like I just don't want anything to do with them.
Yeah. I'm like that too.
You know.
First impressions are big.
Yeah, it's how someone carries themselves, you know.
I went to see Just Joe Altier, for the first time over at Motif. If you want to get somebody that big, especially around this area, you got to go see him in person.
Yeah.
He was gracious enough to do my show once. Yeah. We're still waiting on part 2, Joe.
Fabulous musician. And I got a quick story about him, too. Right?
Who doesn't?
So way back when, we kept in touch different times.
Yeah.
And despite living less than an hour apart from each other, I'd never seen him play.
Yeah.
And so the first time I saw him play was actually in Manhattan when Brand New Sin opened for the Cult.
There you go.
On the Jägermeister tour.
There you go.
And I said that night, like, Joe, how weird is this? We're how far apart from each other? And the first place I see you play is in New York City.
Yeah.
And they gave the Cult a run for the money that night.
Yep.
They tore it up. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Cult was great.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they had to really step it up following Brand New Sin.
Yes.
Which, that was great. I was like, oh, man, this is great. Guy from the 315
Brand New Sin
showing
made
how
you
it's
earn.
done.
Brand New Sin made you earn.
Yeah. That was awesome.
I'm a fan of Brand New Sin, too. But anyway, Joe was, like I said, he was kind enough to come do it. And when I see him over at Motif, that's usually when I see him is at Turning Stone. He'll just drop everything and come sit with me for 10, 15 minutes.
Cool.
We just shoot the shit. I was like, Joe, we got to take a picture. He goes, come on, man, let's do it. Like Dino.
Yeah, that's good.
So Joe's a great dude. You know,
Absolutely.
everybody that I've had contact with in the now 6 years that I've been doing this, they're all great people.
Yeah.
And I'm lucky to be a part of the scene, man.
It's awesome. It's
Very
awesome
grateful
having you
to
a
be-
part of it, and it's
Yeah.
awesome that you take such an interest in what
Yeah.
the folks do.
I want to know everybody's story. From where you
Yeah.
started to where you are now.
Sure. Absolutely.
And everything you can remember in between.
There you go.
So how did Fritz's Polka Band start? We got to recap. For the 1,000 people that have joined since you've been on.
Our first gig was October 14th, 1978.
1978.
I was 8 years old. Leading up to that, some folks had asked my dad if he had a band, because we play accordions together, and he's like, no, we don't have a band. Well, you should have a band. And so then he found out my brother-in-law, Gabe, who's still in the band, Gabe actually played electric guitar, because he played in some rock bands,
Yeah.
as he came up through. And then, and then he knew another guy, Al Reber, who played trumpet. So that we were a four-piece. And we played an anniversary. That was our first gig over at Beck's Grove.
Oh, wow.
And the day of that gig, my dad took Gabe up to Swan's Music in Rome and bought a bass guitar. So there's a song I wrote back in '98 that tells, Thank You All is the name of the song. It's basically me thanking people for letting our dreams come true and stuff. And there's a line in there, Gabe got his bass guitar on a Saturday morning. That night, Fritz's Polka Band was born. That's the truth. Went up to Swan's Music, got Gabe a bass guitar,
Yeah.
and ran through some chords, and all of a sudden now he's a bass player. And that night we played our first gig. And we've evolved a lot, obviously, since then. So, but that's what got things started.
Yeah.
And when I was a kid, in elementary school, playing a gig, and you get paid. Like, wow, this is pretty neat.
And you get paid for it.
And that was exciting. And I remember like when we do like maybe 10 gigs in a year, it's like, wow, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because
Now there's
it was
300?
No, could never do that much physically. I wouldn't be able to do that much.
Yeah.
We do like 65 or 70.
I did 50 of these last year.
Wow.
I thought I was going to
That's
die.
a lot. Yeah. So we do like 65, 70 gigs a year, and that's good. Considering, 3 of us out of the 4 still work full time.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, Jen Romano says hi, and you're
Hey, Jen.
your favorite
Yeah, and
employee
she's a
or
working
something.
musician too,
Yeah.
She's added a lot.
She puts her heart and soul into
She
that.
does, so.
She's a rocker.
Yep.
She's a badass too. I've seen her lift weights.
Yeah, right.
She is a legit badass.
So, but that's enough gigs for us in a year. I'm
Yeah.
happy with that. We don't do a lot in the winter usually.
Yeah.
Because.
Tear up and set down's a bastard. That's Justin
And
Smithson.
if the weather too. And the thing with that is like, okay, plan a gig, and if it storms and you go make it to the gig safely, then maybe nobody's going to be there anyhow. So then it kind of sucks, and then it's unpredictable. And then, but this year we ended up playing gigs in the winter, which we normally don't do that much, including some outdoor ones, Lake Placid.
Yeah.
And
It's a little bit of a
let me
jaunt.
tell you, we had our March gigs we played in Lake Placid. The outdoor portion,
Oof.
we had to change the sets around. We did 15-minute sets.
Yeah.
Because by that last song,
Yeah.
fingers were numb.
Yeah, you're
from
freezing.
the wind chill.
I couldn't believe you were playing outside.
But it's funny too because I texted Dean and sent him pictures of us, and he's like, "F that."
That's the love of polka.
So yeah, that was kind of funny. He couldn't believe we were playing out there.
I
in that
couldn't believe it
temperature.
either.
But it was fun. It was memorable. They liked what we did.
Yeah.
You know, and that was one of those gigs where we mixed it up with what we did.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
Yeah.
Literally and figuratively.
Now, October's a busy month for you, I would
Yeah,
assume.
September,
Oktoberfest.
Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
You know, like during the summer, you know, we do like a few summer concerts in the park, some other stuff, you know. And that's pretty cool. But then
I was born October 6th.
nice.
Hell yeah.
October 6th. Let's see, this year we'll be in Fort Belvoir, Virginia that day.
Jesus.
So
How far do you travel, Fritz? Like, what's your farthest?
the farthest we traveled
And they better compensate.
was yeah, I'm not going.
Yeah, you better make it worth your
I'm too
while.
old for that.
Yeah.
You know, I don't need any of this exposure.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
You've
good
earned your
exposure for the band.
You've
Well,
earned your
You know what? Not for not, and I hate to say it that way because I don't want to sound arrogant, but when my band had a couple songs on Breaking Bad, and we got paid for it, we did get some exposure.
Yeah, you did.
So wanting us to do something
Yeah.
just for exposure.
Yeah.
You know,
That's out.
most places can't run their businesses on exposure. That
Yeah.
doesn't really pay the insurance bills.
You got
and
that right.
all the other stuff.
You got
you
that
know
right,
what I mean? So hey, whatever. It's all good.
Yeah.
But no, the farthest we went was Helen, Georgia.
Yeah.
You know, we went there. We went to Florence, South Carolina before.
Yeah.
That was a trek. On a regular basis, so we're more regional, like Northeast.
Yeah.
You know, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, Vermont,
Yeah.
Ohio.
Yeah.
So that's kind of more so what we've done on a consistent basis.
Yeah.
No Ohio this year.
Yeah.
But like I said, we'll be in Connecticut a few times. We're already in Vermont. We'll be back in Vermont again in the fall. So it's
Vermont's
all good.
beautiful in the fall.
It
I'm
is
just saying.
beautiful. You
Yeah.
know, we love all these places we go. But Oktoberfest, yeah, and this year Oktoberfest is going to stretch a little for us because starting at let's see, the mid August to almost the end of October, we're booked every weekend.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing Great Escape for 3 weekends this year. You know, last year we could only do one by the time they reached us, so we connected earlier in the process, and so we'll be up there. That's a nice. They do a really nice Oktoberfest.
Very good.
You know, big stage, do the whole theme, decorations and stuff. They treat us really good.
Yeah.
And a lot of, you know, like you said, Oktoberfest. That's when we do more of the travel. We don't travel a lot in the summer. Maybe once a month we'll go somewhere that's 3-4 hour drive.
Yeah.
You know, maybe 1 or 2 overnights, but Oktoberfest pretty much
Then you're traveling.
overnight every weekend.
Yeah.
Except there's one weekend I think when we're local, but other than that we'll be
Do you bring the
somewhere.
family with you when you
No.
do it? No? You just do go on your own? All
Yeah,
right.
yeah, because we take the one vehicle.
Yeah, okay.
And the band fits in there with our equipment.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
That's cool,
It
man.
is. We're grateful.
Yeah. I got to ask this question for my buddy Kurt. When you were a kid and you're earning your money mowing the lawn or whatever the hell else you did to earn money, earn an allowance, what was the first album that you ever bought with your own money?
First album I bought, Journey Escape.
Journey. I should have known it was Journey.
Journey Escape, because that was actually on my Christmas list, and I didn't get it, but I was given Journey Frontiers instead.
Yeah.
You know, so I still wanted to get Journey Escape, and then I got Journey Escape, and then I was like fell in love with Journey right from the get go.
Yeah.
You know, so I love it. It's funny, years ago when my friend Steve Augeri was still the lead singer, went and saw him in Saratoga, and that's when they were doing 2 sets, and they were doing some of the older stuff and the newer stuff.
Yep.
And that was phenomenal. And during the first set, when they're doing the older stuff, me and my buddy Rick, we're singing, air drumming, and people, and all of a sudden, after like 3 songs, you know, that were older, right? The one woman's like, she goes, "Wow, you guys really know this stuff."
Yeah.
She was oblivious. You know, that was one of those people that it's got to be the hits or they don't know the song. For me, we knew it. We knew the deep cuts, whatever you want to call it, stuff not on the radio.
You knew everything.
You know, yeah, that was phenomenal.
Yeah.
So, so that's why I ended up just becoming a big Journey fan.
Oh, yeah.
From the get go.
Yep. Journey rocks, man. I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
Huge fan of Journey.
Phenomenal.
Yeah. What a voice range, too. Oh, my God.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yep. So, you brought your squeeze box.
Yeah.
You want to do a song right now? We'll do a song at the end?
No, I don't care.
Let's do
Sure.
it, man.
Yes.
What brand is the squeeze box?
This is a Melodia.
Okay.
It might bump this.
Don't bump it. No, just kidding.
This is not the traditional accordion.
Yeah. I should have had you do this last time. I forgot all about
Yeah, that's
it.
okay. That's okay.
We're going to get some polka going here.
So this is a Melodia button box.
All
It's
right.
different from the traditional accordion.
Okay.
I'll have to put this. I'll actually put this on like this. Try to be gracious with it if I can.
Yeah.
So, this is very limited,
Yeah.
right? Because there's only, you got 10 basses.
Okay.
Where the other one I play is 120.
Oh, wow.
And then it's primarily C, F, and B flat.
Okay.
Can do a little E flat, little G, but you're limited on what you can play.
Okay.
So you can't. Some songs, like if you need to go a half note, you can't.
Yeah.
You can't play.
Yeah.
So you're limited on what you can play on it. But it's pretty cool. I got it in 1987, and we got books that came with it because Walt Ostanek, Frank Yankovic, these legends in polka played button box. So my
Yeah.
dad's like, well, if they play button box, you should play button box,
Yeah.
or we should play button. We.
We.
And he did a little bit, and then so I picked it up and kind of followed some of the notes, and I just started playing kind of picked it up that way.
Yeah.
And the difference, like, so if I do an F chord coming in, okay, that's what it is.
Okay.
But now, if I don't move these 3 notes here, right, that are the F chord, when I go out, it changes to C.
Yeah.
Okay? So when you're coming in playing in key of F, you only got so much air. Because then as soon as you change and go back out, now you're in C, and that changes the notes here. So you got to make sure you're in the right place with your bellows to get the notes in that you want, or you're not going to be playing the right notes.
All right.
So it's a little different where
Yeah.
the piano accordion, it doesn't matter. When I hold the chord down, I go in and out with the bellows. It's the same chord.
Yeah.
So this is just different. the
How
way
long
they
did
made
it take you to learn the squeeze box?
Not that long.
Not that long?
Not that long.
Yeah.
And see, and this is just a regular accordion. Because if I had like the squeeze box, you think those other ones, they go both like that, right? And you're playing like this. I don't do that. I can't do that. You got to be good to do that.
You got to be good.
Yeah, you got to be good to do that.
There's a list of gigs over here that says you're good.
Thanks. But yeah, it's a nice break. So when we're doing gigs, and I won't play this necessarily at every gig, but I'll play this at a good number of them.
Yeah.
Just because it breaks up the accordion. It's a different accordion. It's a different sound, different tone. Just like we'll mix in some rock songs maybe sometimes.
Hell yeah.
So it's more variety.
Yeah.
And that keeps it fresh as musicians. You're not always, we never do the same show.
Yeah.
Because
You're always
I'd
switching up
get
the
bored.
song list, right?
Yeah, because I'd get bored that way.
Yep.
So, all right, so I'll do a little bit.
Yeah.
And the only bad thing with doing this, there's no band to cover up my mistakes.
Hey.
All right, so you mentioned Mikey J. So
Yeah, let's
do
do
a
the
little
Mikey
of that.
J polka.
Little sample.
I love it.
So it's kind of high pitch, a little
Yeah.
different. It's different than a regular
Yeah.
accordion, but it's pretty cool.
love
It's
it,
pretty
man.
cool. It looks pretty. Sometimes that's what
I was
catches
just watching
people's-
this. I was watching
It
as you were
catches
doing it.
people's eye.
Yeah.
It's amazing how they make these things. This is the second set of bells because I ruined the first set. I wore them out.
Yeah.
Because all it is cardboard.
Yep. Damn.
All it is cardboard. But the workmanship on making these is
It's
just so
beautiful.
beautiful.
It really is.
And the sound's cool. Like I said, it's refreshing to do something different than the
Absolutely.
regular accordion. It's not as versatile as the other accordion.
Yeah.
Because just you're limited on the keys you have.
Yeah.
But it's neat.
What do we got to do to get a chillin' polka song?
I'll have to think about it. I'll think about it.
Think about it.
I'll think about it. It's got to come to me. And sometimes
man.
songs can come to you whenever, although they haven't in a long time. Since I did that last album, I haven't written a song. I haven't written a song in a few years.
Yeah.
I started one at some point, but I haven't come anywhere close to finishing it. It's random how and then all of a sudden I'll go through a spurt and I'll write a bunch of songs. But as of late, I haven't.
I'm a big Michael Jackson fan.
Okay.
And I've admitted that on my show. I'm not embarrassed anymore. I used to be so embarrassed. Whatever he did, whatever. I'm a big Michael Jackson fan. He was a great entertainer. And he said God gave him the words to all these songs and Beat It. And he wrote Beat It in like 5 minutes.
Wow.
I mean, Thriller and Billie Jean and all that. He was driving down Rodeo Drive, and he actually drove. He had his own car. And he goes, I wanted to do a song with a lot of bass or whatever. And that's how Billie Jean was born.
Okay.
And he just simple as that, just driving. He came up
Wow.
with Billie Jean.
I've come with songs. When I wrote The Party's Just Begun,
Yep.
I was on my way. I was on 95 or 81 south. I'm not sure which one. I almost think 81. Heading south, and I was like in, I don't know, Virginia or North Carolina. It was late at night, and I had Kiss Alive 3 on.
Yep.
And there's that one bit in a song where it goes, "The party's just begun, so let me in," or something like that.
Yeah.
You drive us wild or I'd be crazy. And
Yep.
The party's just begun. Wow, that'd be a good name for a song.
Yeah.
Shut Kiss off, and
Yeah.
all of a sudden I started writing a song. Come on and join us for a party, everyone. We're going to raise a little hell and have some fun.
And that's a polka song.
It came right to me. It came right to me.
Yeah.
You know, and so I've written a lot of songs when I drove. I used to drive to Albany for my day job, and different times I'd write songs. When I was in college, sometimes sitting in this one class I was taking at SUNY Tech, that was before it was Poly. It was a real dry class, and I wrote some songs during class.
That's awesome.
You know, and I should have been taking notes probably. So.
Yeah, who cares?
But I got some songs out of it.
You're a smart guy, Fritz.
Well,
you made it.
Thanks. You know. But it's amazing how when songs will come to you.
Yeah.
You know, and for me, normally, if I write a song that has lyrics, the music and the lyrics come to me at the same time.
Yep.
There's only a few. That Hands of Time was an instance when they were separate.
Yeah.
You know, the other one that was separate was Tears of Joy, a song I wrote when my son was born. Mm-hmm. Again, playing at this nursing home. One night I came up with a melody, and I just keep doing it. And but that was it. And then the morning he was born, I had to go down to Norwich to pick up some stuff at Morrisville College where I was teaching. And as soon as I got in the car and I was driving, I was on Route 20, all of a sudden this song came to me, and it matched right up with this music that I'd written a few years prior. Mm-hmm. So that's how I wrote Tears of Joy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but usually it's at the same time, and there's just a few, those two, and maybe one other time or two are instances where the music came separate from the lyrics.
Yeah. Wow.
It's weird. You know, John Bon Jovi, when he said on interviews, usually when he's writing songs, he comes up with the title first.
Yep. I'm a fan of his. I've just
And
watched
then
his
he
documentary.
does. Yeah, I watched
Yep.
it too.
Yep.
Very
Yeah.
neat.
I've always been a Bon Jovi fan.
Same here.
Yeah.
I've seen him a bunch of times.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't seen him since Richie left.
Yeah.
But prior to that, I'd seen him a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think he still got it or no?
Well, I think he still got it, but whether he can do
He can't hit
what
the
he
notes
used
anymore,
to do, and he
obviously.
can't hit the notes. And that's sad to see that, because for a person that's what they're known for, is the way they sing.
Yeah.
That's got to be tough.
Living
you know,
on a
and
prayer
watching
about
that-
kills him, I think.
Yeah, and he said that was like the worst thing they ever did is write that key change into
Yeah.
the song. You know? But so I felt for him, because I'm like, man, that's got to be awful.
Yeah.
You know, not to be able to do what he could do.
He went and had surgeries, I think.
Yeah.
I think he can do it to some degree,
Yeah,
but not
hope-
like he used to.
Yeah, and back in his prime,
Yeah.
they're phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
My goodness, the way him and Richie would harmonize together. See, I love harmony.
Yeah.
You know, and when a rock band would do that, it's like, man, that's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
yep. I'm a big
Who
fan.
are you a fan of in the polka scene?
I've got different bands I enjoy. I mean, Frank Yankovic, you know, that's who I was brought up with pretty much. You know, Walt Ostanek, again, brought up on his music, because them two were both friends, and then we became friends. And, you know, they're big. Jimmy Sturr's got an amazing polka band, you know, and my buddy John Stevens. And they're all different, too. Walt and Frank passed away, but, like, they did more the Slovenian style. Frank did, and Walt did more the Slovenian style. Jimmy Sturr is a little more Americanized, you know, with the big orchestra and stuff, and phenomenal musicians. And he has Chris Cafferty of TSO come out for different shows sometimes and play. So that they go in a different direction. Then my buddy John Stevens out of Pennsylvania, he's more Polish style.
Okay.
You know, and it is the different style, the Polish style. A lot of people, they hear polka and they think, oh, you're a Polish band. It's like, no, we're not. You know, we're not a Polish band.
You're not.
We don't have a trumpet. You know, we don't have brass. You know, but to this day, people still will think polka means Polish, and it doesn't. There's various styles.
Yeah.
you know, and then there's a band Die Schlauberger down in southeastern New York. They're kind of based out of, and they're more like alpine rock. They'll do some polka, but then also do some other stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and they got electric guitar. So there's a lot of bands though that are out there playing. You know, some of my friends in Cleveland are still busy playing. Bobby Kravis, you know, and ones like that. And there's some I'm probably leaving out. Lynn Marie, my friend Lynn Marie, she's based in Nashville. You know, she plays button box.
Okay.
She's like a wizard on that thing. And so, you know, and her husband, Eddie, you know, they'll do polka gigs, you know, but then Eddie is also multi-instrumentalist.
Okay.
So he'll play in some other bands too.
Yeah.
You know, so there's a lot of folks that I'm friends with and I enjoy their music, and hopefully I didn't leave somebody out. I probably did, you know, and you're trying to think on the spur of the moment.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, there's a lot of enjoyment in all those.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're friends of, yeah, I mean, you got a lot of friends, obviously, in the music industry. You're a fan of all genres, but music, pretty much rock, polka. Are you a fan of country or?
Yeah. Going to see Brad Paisley Sunday night.
That's awesome. You know? I seen him for free at the State Fair in 2001.
Nice.
When he was a rookie.
Wow, nice. Yeah, I've seen a lot of country artists over the years.
My favorite's Tim McGraw.
Oh, Tim McGraw. I never saw him play. Oh, wait, I did. I take that back. I saw when before him and Faith Hill were official.
Okay.
Back as July
95,
1996.
96, yep.
Down in Hershey,
They
Pennsylvania.
got married on my birthday, October 6th.
Really?
Yes.
Well, us in the Faith Hill fan club at that time.
Tim's going to do my show.
That'd be nice if he did.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I enjoyed Faith Hill. I saw Alan Jackson, Brooks and Dunn.
Wow.
Eric Church.
I'm a fan of everyone you just said.
Brad Paisley.
Yeah.
Who else? I'm probably leaving some out.
I just had to give up Kenny Chesney tickets. I had the stuff going on, and I couldn't make the walk.
I never saw Kenny Chesney play.
Yeah.
You know, if I would have watched the Lainey Wilson documentary sooner, I would have took my family to see her last Friday.
Yeah, she's great.
Just her story of perseverance, in the way the love for her family.
Yeah.
See, that means a lot to me.
Yeah.
But the way she was down in Nashville for a long time struggling.
Yeah.
And one video they shared, like she was doing like a live broadcast thing, and she goes, "Oh, I did a lot." Nobody watched.
Wow.
I mean, that would have been easy to say, you know what, the heck with this, it ain't worth it.
Yep.
She's living in a trailer,
Yeah.
you know, like a camper type thing, trying to just make
Determination and passion.
Yeah, and it's like, wow, how easily it would have been to just say, you know what, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
And kind of similar to like Rush, you know, switching to rock music. You watched her documentary.
Dave
And
Borgia.
at one point, one point in the documentary, when they're saying they're playing in a bar for like 15 people, I'm like, why are we doing this still? Yeah. They could have easily just packed it in.
Yeah.
You know, and so I always talk about the proverbial fork in the road, right?
Yeah.
Because how many other people have said, well, I gave it my shot, time to do something else. You never know if they would have hung in another 6 months. Maybe they would have made. I don't. You know, like what point do you know, or is it fate? Is it luck? A combination?
Do you play the what if game?
Yeah, right. You know. So in the Rush's case, they happen to make it huge. You know, and Lainey Wilson, God, she's huge right now.
Yes, she is.
I mean, she's on fire. How many nominations and awards she won? It's remarkable. But you always think about the ones that maybe they just gave it up, you know. They're like, I can't afford this anymore. I'm not making it anywhere. Yeah. So that perseverance, that's amazing.
A newer guy on the scene, Jelly Roll. He's got quite the story.
And I don't know a lot about him, okay, other than what I've seen a little bit in passing stuff. Him and Lainey got an awesome duet they do.
Yes,
Save Me, I think is the name of it.
It is.
You know, it's like, wow.
Yep.
Pretty amazing.
He was in prison and everything.
Yeah. Yeah. So I love the stories of perseverance and the ones that make it when maybe somebody didn't think they were gonna. Yeah. You know. Yeah. So that's those are ones that come to mind immediately.
Yeah. Man, you're my brother. We get along great in the music area.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love live music.
Yeah.
I got a lot of concerts I'm going to this summer again.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw the Stones last month on my birthday, and they were amazing.
Yeah.
You know, and just the talent.
Who are you a fan of in the local scene around here?
Well, I don't want to leave somebody out.
No.
I'd feel bad. I mean, gosh, Gridley Page has been at it for years.
Tim's like
you
90.
know what I mean? They've been at it for years. I'm not even on one of their recordings, actually.
Tim's coming August 5th.
Cool.
Yeah.
You know, he's got a great voice. He's been at it a long time. Gridley Pages, you know, and then I'm going to say their name wrong. It's Steve Sealman's band.
169 Rhythm Section.
Yes. So, man, they put on a great show.
All friends of mine.
You know?
Yep.
And funny thing is, the guitarist Kyle there, his dad and I went to college together.
Oh, okay. Kyle's a madman.
Yeah.
He
You know?
shreds.
And Justin Smithson,
Oh.
right? Whether he's doing...
Mayor Smithson.
Right, whether he's doing like, because he does acoustic solo stuff, obviously, but then he also does the Port Tim, then the thing with Showtime.
Yep. Showtime Trio.
You know, and...
I just booked him to come here to play here in October.
Nice.
October 28th.
Did you know he filled in with Fritz's Polka Band twice?
Yes.
Yeah.
He was a
cool.
nervous wreck. We've talked about it.
Yeah. But, you know...
Justin feels like a little kid watching you guys. We've had the conversation.
Well,
whether it be Roy Costin, because Roy Costin's out doing his thing, and well, I think he's slowed down a lot now. I don't know. But anyway, you know, all the local scene, Justin's just like, I just feel like a little kid watching all my heroes, you know.
well,
That's
I'm
how he
flattered
put it.
about that, but
Yeah.
it was an honor to have him jam with us. And he's a professional.
He is.
Right? He's prepared, you know, and I swear, like, people in the audience, they wouldn't have known, or the first time he played with us, they wouldn't have known he hadn't played with us before.
Yeah.
Just the way he plays. He plays with confidence, he's prepared,
Yep.
you know what I mean? And he fits in, you know, and you can tell somebody like a professional when they blend in.
Yeah.
Right? It's not crank the amp up, it's about me.
Yeah.
No, you're working together. And you think about it, you're going to work in with a band you never play with.
Yeah.
You know, and then when he did it second time, of course, by that point he's familiar, but still, the professional,ism, you know, it's such a talent. So, yeah, he's great. I love the...
I texted him the other day. I said, "Excuse me, Mr. Mayor." I said, "I was wondering if I could book you to come to my house and play."
Yeah.
It took him a long time to respond. He's busy. He's mayor now.
Yeah,
So
and he's busy with the gigs, too.
he's
They're
got all the
playing
gigs.
a lot, you know. And you mentioned Jen earlier, because she
Jen's-
plays in a couple bands.
Yes.
You know, so it's great seeing them
What is he,
doing their thing.
Eclipse.
And there's another one, too, and I can't think of the name.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Jen's
So
gonna kill me.
it's neat seeing, like,
13 curves.
folks. Thank you.
Yep. I would have got killed.
Yeah. In my mind, I try to remember stuff, and inevitably there's stuff I forget.
Yeah.
You know, like something like that, I should have remembered, and I didn't. But I can tell you, in July '93, when Van Halen played at Weedsport, they opened with "Mine All Mine," and they encored with "Rockin' in the Free World."
Absolutely.
That's in my head.
Yes.
You know, but something recent, you know.
So whatever
I
they
struggle with.
whatever they play has an impact on your brain.
What can I say? I make a lot of connections like that and memories and stuff.
I think that's how I connect too.
You know, and I got a lot of shows I'm going to this month, this upcoming month, July, you know, so, there's a lot of bands I enjoy, you know, and then Dusty Puppies, Dave Olney's band.
Okay.
You know, see, now I've known Dave a while, and just the other night they were playing at Harpoons and took the family to get ice cream, we could hear them, and, you know, I was like, Dave, you guys sounded great from where we were, you know, we were getting ice cream with the family and stuff, and I could hear them, you know, it was really neat, so, it's neat, the area's cool, you know, and people that say, "Oh, there's never anything to do." There's so much to do. There's so many bands and musicians and talent.
I went out last weekend for the first time in a while. Yep.
Yeah, and even like different soul. I mean, I mentioned Justin, but like take a guy like Ronnie Lee's been in the circuit for a long time. He plays beautiful. Gary Johnson.
Oh my God.
You know all the stuff Gary does.
Yeah.
You know, so just so.
I'm
much,
in the midst of booking him to come here too.
Cool.
Yeah.
There's a video floating out of him and I playing "Knocking on Heaven's Door" together at a party.
There's nothing he can't play.
Yeah.
God, he's great.
Yeah, so it's really neat. My buddy Spencer Walker plays too, you know, and he's doing a thing with Joe Van Drieser.
Okay.
JVD Country.
Yep.
And so this is just, actually my eye doctor is my
Your eye doctor plays in a band?
my guitarist.
Wow.
It's my guitarist's son.
Wow.
Mark Nelson.
Wow.
So he plays in a band, you know, it's like country stuff. And
That's awesome.
So there's just a lot of talent around.
It'd be easier to ask you who you don't know, Fritz.
Well, I love it all. I love the diversity the area has for the music and everything.
Yeah.
You know, it really keeps it fresh.
Yeah.
My gosh, the guys like Scott Rutledge and all the jazz stuff he did, you know, and I mean, Gary Colmey's retired now, but back in the day when he's playing with Classified.
Yes.
I mean, holy cow!
Yeah.
There's a lot in this area.
There is a ton of local music in this area.
Yeah.
Genesee Joe references something. I can't remember what he said, but he acknowledged that there's a ton of local music.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Genesee Joe are just two grumpy old men sitting here talking. Count how many times we say the F word.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. So can you play a song on that and we'll close it out? Or are you very limited in what you can do on that?
I'm very limited in what I can do.
Well, give us a little 30-second jam or something.
I can play something.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'll play. Little snippet of Gabe's Polka. Well, he's been in the band since '78, so back when I was writing, stuff that ended up being on our 2005 recording, FPB on Tap.
Yep.
Figured, I should probably write Gabe a song.
Yeah.
So I did. It's a fun song to play.
I'm gonna have you come every year. You're gonna write me a song.
I gotta work on that. I gotta get an idea. I gotta get an idea.
How about a theme song? That'd be cool. Yeah,
gosh,
man.
I don't know if I'm up to that. But I gotta come up with something.
I got a theme song.
So you'd have something. I'll work at it.
Yeah.
I'll make an effort to.
Yeah.
I don't know how quick it'll
I'm always
happen.
asking bands to do shit like that.
That's okay. I don't know how quick it'll happen, but if I can come up with something, I will.
That'd be cool.
Got to break the dry spell, I haven't written in a while.
How often do you guys rehearse? Do you rehearse on a regular or no?
In the winter, more so in the winter.
Yeah.
Because that's when you kind of pick out,
different
if we
songs.
were writing songs, then we'd go over them. But if we're not writing, there's some cover songs we want to do. So that's what we did. We get together in the winter, maybe once a week.
Yep.
Or close to once a week.
That's a going, right?
And then now once we get playing gigs, we don't really rehearse.
Yeah.
That's not to say we won't.
Yeah.
But typically not
you feel
so
like
much
you
when
haven't
we're
enough
playing
down.
gigs, So when we add some new songs, which we did again this year, we added some, and we always got a bunch to choose from. I mean, between my dad and I, we wrote over 100 songs.
Wow.
So there's a lot right there to choose from. And then Gabe's written 3. And then, Frank's got a lot of the country style stuff.
Yep.
That's kind of Frank's background, wheelhouse. And then Tim, the drummer, is kind of like with Gabe as far as like the rock music, the styles. Although Tim's just a little bit younger. But so he had some rock songs he thought we could do. Mm-hmm. So we added some of them, like Gimme Gimme Good Lovin'.
That's a good
added
song.
That one, the breakup song.
Oh,
that Greg King band from the '80s.
That's one of my favorite songs.
Old, but
That's
it's an '80s one-hit wonder, and
it's one of my favorite songs.
And I try to have an open mind, right? Because there are some songs we play that I don't really care for.
Yeah.
But I know the audience likes it.
Yeah.
Right. So hey, you take time out of your schedule to come watch the band play. If we can do a song you like, it's an honor to do it.
Yep.
It might not be my favorite. That don't matter. Be glad to do it for you.
Tim Meyer hates one certain Journey song, and he plays it because the audience loves it.
If you're grateful for who comes, sometimes you do stuff like that, and then obviously there's songs I love to play.
Yeah.
But so with that, he mentioned that. That's not a song I would have thought of, like, maybe we could do that. It never even crossed my mind. So when he mentioned it, he goes, "You know that one?" I'm like, "Geez, I don't think I do." You remember it? And then I looked up, I'm like, "Oh, okay, I didn't know that was the name of it."
Yeah.
And then it's like, we played it. Well, since we played it, we don't do it every gig. There's a lot of songs we interchange, but the number of people that sing that, that's what gets me. We played it in Vermont. People are singing it. I'm like, wow, they love that song.
Yep.
So again, there's some songs we added in. We did done the One I Love from REM.
Oh my God.
So that's different.
How is that even possible?
Well, we did that in Vermont. The people that were watching was like, wow, we we didn't expect to hear that. We didn't know like all the variety you guys could play. Because we did a variety.
They think you're a traditional polka band with all the, what's the
Lederhosen.
Yeah.
And that's more the German style.
Yeah.
You know, and we've done that.
Yeah.
We've done some Oktoberfest where we say, you got to wear Lederhosen. Okay, we'll wear Lederhosen.
Okay. So you do have
If that makes you happy, we'll wear Lederhosen, you know,
Yeah.
but typically we don't.
Yeah.
You know, but again, we are flexible.
Yeah.
And with that, like, as much as like Vermont, we did a variety, played quite a few rock songs. Any gig where you can end with the 1-2 punch of Hey Joe and All Along the Watchtower. I love it. That doesn't happen that much.
I love it too.
But I loved it, okay? So I'm like a little kid because I love playing All Along the Watchtower. Because at the end I get crazy feedback and everything.
Yeah.
People go nuts.
Yeah.
But anyhow, a little tribute to Jimmy. But, you know, you can, some gigs like when we play New York Mills, which we're supposed to play there tomorrow night if the weather's cooperative, that's an almost unplugged gig. Mm-hmm. Mellow, more laid back. They could care less that we could play Jimi Hendrix because they don't want to hear it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So we'll do different stuff. We got enough, no shortage
Are
of
you
polkas
saying that
and
they're
waltzes.
chilling kind of people? They're
Are
just
chilling.
chill?
They lay back. Yeah, they lay back, and that's cool. That's what, you know, it's no big deal. We're like, I always say, we're musical chameleons.
Yeah.
You know, we can adapt.
Yes.
You know. Now,
And that's a talent all in itself.
Yeah, sure. I mean, obviously, I love the over-the-top Oktoberfest where we can play whatever we want and the people eat it up.
Yeah.
You know, and
Do you partake in the pints and everything?
yeah.
Absolutely.
You know,
He goes, yeah.
I know we talked about it last time, but the gigs we used to do at the Capitol Ale House in Fredericksburg, those are forever be etched in my memory.
Yeah.
When people are just fist pumping with their pints of beer,
Yep.
steins, and just chanting. It's like, wow, this is amazing.
Do you ever just get up there and just look at that sea of people? Because there's some crowds where you actually have a sea of people and just be like, I am the
Yeah.
luckiest son of a bitch.
Yeah, it's like I wish this was every gig.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't imagine it. So when you get that rare gig,
Yep.
rare for us anyhow,
You got to take all that in.
I love it.
Yeah.
You know, in the video, sometimes I'll just rewatch them and it's like, wow, what a memory.
Yep.
That was such a great time.
I'm happy for you
People
just for
fist
that. Man.
pumping and, you know, they had like big stage and the full production and you come on, there's fog blowing out and walking out to Dropkick Murphys, the boys are back. You know, it's like all pumped up, you know, and you see this mass of people and they're just waiting for you to play. And the funny thing is, once we played there once, the following year, we had people in the audience hollering out Watchtower. Because
Okay.
we played it the previous year and they remembered.
Yep.
It's like, man,
You got to
couldn't
do it.
this be every gig?
Yes.
You know, and at that point, especially Oktoberfest, people see accordion and they think, wow, that's cool. You know, but the rest of the year, accordion, you know, and say some stupid remark, you know, and they think they're funny.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I haven't heard that stupid comment before.
Yeah.
Really? It's whatever. You
He's
know?
a jackass in every crowd.
The Oktoberfest, it's like, yeah, Oktoberfest, polka, and they think it's cool.
Yes.
It's amazing the perception and how it changes
Yeah.
based on what time of year or what the event is.
Yeah.
You know, and me, I'm grateful to do it. Just, however,
Yep.
you know, but obviously I rather do the over-the-top ones because that's just
No limit. Just go crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and grateful along the way. Like today, a friend just shared, and you never know how music hits people, right? And so, I mean, sometimes you'll have an idea, obviously, but like, well, two things. Not even a month ago, a good friend who I wrote Marion's Waltz for, she passed away. Mm-hmm. She was, was it 90, 97, 98.
Wow.
Right? So, known the Scherz family all my life, you know, and beyond. So, good friends, you know, like family. And when she passed away, you know, you go up to the calling hours and they're playing our music. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like, wow. It's like when it resonates, it's like, wow, I guess it made an impact. Yeah. You know, and then today a friend, Kim, posted, it was a year ago, her dad passed away. And as he passed, he took his last breath listening to Fritz's Polka band.
God.
She was playing it. And that's heavy.
Dude,
you know, and you don't think about stuff. It's like, wow, and you realize, like, man, these people like think the world of you.
Yeah.
You know, I've gone to calling hours before and get caught. You know, the music's one thing. Another time, a few years ago, a friend passed away, and he followed us around. Great guy. He's got his Fritz's Polka Band shirt on in the casket.
Oh, my God.
You know, it's like, holy cow. He's like, people the way you
How's
don't
that make you
realize
feel,
sometimes.
Fritz?
You can't explain it.
Yeah.
But I tell you, if I'm not careful, I get choked up.
Oh, absolutely.
You know,
People have cried on my show
you know,
before.
and yeah, well,
Yeah.
people mean a lot to you.
Yeah.
You see them a lot,
Yeah.
and you get to know them really well. And she
Absolutely.
posted this beautiful tribute. It's like, I didn't know he passed away while listening to our CD.
Yeah, damn.
You know, because he loved the music, and he had probably every Fritz's Polka Band shirt there ever was.
Wow.
You know, and you got people like that, holy cow, and there's been other folks like that, same thing, you know, and you realize, like, you know, you make an impact on somebody like that, and they're like family, you know, and that means something. So that's why I go back to, you know, if you go somewhere and somebody wants to hear a song, I'll play it, and I don't have to like it.
Yeah.
You know, if that's going to make somebody feel good, that's what you want to do. Life's too damn short.
Absolutely.
You know, and that's one thing, too. I've been doing this a long time, so now, you know, it's great. You meet people, become friends with people, you see them at gigs, time goes by, they pass away. Then you're like, man, that's the part that sucks, because the amount of people that have passed away since I've been doing this that I've been friends with, that you know, it's kind of heavy.
Yep.
You know, that's why you go somewhere and you're having fun. It's like, if we can take your mind off the real world while we're playing, that's great, because there's so much crap going on, whether it's political stuff or the violence or whatever it is. There's just so much stuff. It's like, man, that sucks.
Yeah.
So that's why if I go play, I can come do something like this. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
It makes me feel good.
Yeah.
And I'm not thinking about whatever the heck else is going on.
Yeah. Thank you for fitting me in, Fritz. It's an honor. It really
I
is.
appreciate you making time for
And I'm
me.
going to tell you a quick story that happened the other night, and I was telling my buddy, that he goes, who you got coming this? He asks me every week, who you got coming this week? Fritz from Fritz's Polka Band. He goes, that's big. I go, what do you mean? He goes, they're like worldwide known. He goes, it's about time you hit the big leagues.
Jeez,
And I was like, fuck you.
No, we're grateful. Really grateful. You know, it's been good, and the amount of the people we've met and the places we played, and you know, there's a few things like I wish I had a list of all the places we played and the dates, because I don't have that.
Yeah.
You know, I was a kid. You know, what did I know back then? Once I started booking the gigs like in 96 on, I do have that stuff. But prior to 96, I don't know.
So what's that, 18 years lost? You started in 78?
Ain't that crazy, though?
There's no math on
Time
chilling.
goes by so quick.
It does. And I can't believe I haven't seen you in 3 years. It seems
No,
like
I
just
thought
yesterday.
it was a year ago.
Yeah.
But I'm like, it can't be a year ago. It's got to be a little longer than that.
Yeah.
You know, so it's good.
Yeah.
You know, it's all good. Love doing it. Love the music. Love the scene, the people. We're grateful. Really are. You
Well,
know,
since the last episode we filmed, I've grown in this. I've asked better questions, and I've got to know you a lot more than what I did the last time.
yeah, but this seems like a natural thing for you.
We're
It's like
chilling.
you make it. Yes, we're chilling. You make it, and that's official, right?
Yes,
you
that
got
is
your neon
official.
sign, but you make it. It's a conversation, and it's easy. You know
I want it
you
to be
know
a
what you're
conversation.
doing.
I don't want to sit there and read like season 1. I was green. I didn't know what I was doing. Just
Yeah,
read
but
questions.
everybody gets their start somewhere.
You got to start somewhere.
You know, and now look, you're getting nominated for stuff,
Yeah.
getting more recognition. You mentioned the number of followers
Yeah.
and stuff. You know, and that's like the hard work that some people probably don't realize.
Yeah.
You know, the amount of time, preparation.
And all the messages that I sent out, and you all say yes.
Well,
that means a lot to
all
me.
that stuff takes time, as it does with like bookings, gigs. The number of inquiries, you got to answer this, answer that, try to do this, do that. Scheduling is a challenge because
Tell me about
inevitably, especially every year in Oktoberfest, and now this year we have very limited dates left for Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
Really, you know, and we've already turned a bunch down. There's only so much you can do, you know. So
I mean, you're at the point where they reach out to you, right? Obviously.
it's both sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'll look sometimes when we're routing somewhere, I'm like, okay, have we played any places in this area? Maybe I could reach out, see if they have a need or something. But it's a lot of times they're reaching out to us, or like in the case of Fort Belvedere, we're already booked there for 2025.
Wow.
You know, because they love the fact that we can play a mix of songs because they get a wide age range. There's probably easy to say 4 generations in the audience there.
Wow.
It's huge because it's on the military
Oh.
base, And then they have a carnival set up, rides and games and all sorts of stuff, you know.
Rides,
and then
games,
they have
and Fritz.
They have they have a litany of bands and entertainment.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, different style band, but they like because we can mix it up.
Yeah.
You know, so that way it goes good there. You know, and that's pretty cool. So.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, I'll reach out, but a lot of people will reach out to us.
Yeah.
You know, so it's all good.
Yeah.
You know, can't do everything.
You got that right.
Try to do what I can.
Yeah.
You know, that's all you can hope for. You know, I always say any trip's a good trip as long as you make it home safe.
That's right.
You know, obviously you want the gig to go great, you know, and you want it to sound great. You want everything to go great, but you know, there's sometimes things happen, you know what I mean? You try to make the best of it.
I actually enjoy your posts where you say, I made it home safe, I'm dead tired, out. I love them.
Yeah. Well,
they make me laugh.
I'll do that because I started doing that because different ones like, hey, how was the gig? Did you make it home? And I just throw post ups like, peace out.
Yeah.
You know, and,
I got to go to sleep.
You know, and some trips are tougher than others,
Yeah.
you know. Like my buddy John I mentioned, you know, they played a lot. Then they drove home after, and it's like, they drove over tonight to get to Syracuse from Michigan. It's like, I couldn't have done that.
Wow.
You know, things changed for me when I hit the mid 40s as far as like driving or staying. You know, when my band was sponsored by Jägermeister there, and we'd go to the Jaeger tours in like New York City. Go down, day trip, watch the show, leave New York around midnight, a little after midnight, drive home. I never thought once that, oh, geez, I could fall asleep driving. I was fine. I did that trip I don't know how many times.
Yeah.
You know, and I was good. And then what did it for me is 2015, went to see Rush in Buffalo. Mm-hmm. And I barely made it home that night. It's like not even 3 hours.
Yeah.
And I never remember from Canastota to Verona.
Wow.
You know, I had no business driving. I was probably worse than a drunk driver.
Yeah.
You know, I was beat.
Yep.
You know, so goddamn tired, you know, and, you know, so then I was like, yeah, it's not worth it anymore.
By the way, my cousin's Norman Aruda.
Oh, really?
Is he your neighbor?
Yeah, great dude,
Yep.
man. The whole family's great.
Just talked to him the other day.
Oh, wow. Small world.
Yes. So,
you know, small world.
Tell Norm I was just chilling.
There you go. I have to when I see him. He walks by every now and then.
He's a big walker.
Yeah.
He's trying to stay in shape. He's retired now, happily
Yeah,
retired, doing his
it's good
thing.
for him, and he likes his vehicles.
He likes his Burger King every day.
I didn't know that. Better him than me.
Yeah. I used to do it for 7 years, and my body says, you need to stop. Mid-40s.
Yeah, right. Things change.
I'm
you know?
47 and falling apart, man, but this is all about you. What an honor this was, Fritz. Thank you for chilling.
Likewise. Appreciate it, man.
This was a great conversation, man.
Appreciate it. It's always good.
Yeah.
Good
Let's
time.
not make it another 3 years.
Right. Yeah, gosh, I'll be pushing 60.
Yeah.
Oof.
I'll be pushing 50 in 2.5 years, less than 2.5.
You got to stay in. I still got the young mind
Yeah.
mentality.
Yeah.
Love my concerts and all
Yes.
that, but it's just like, oh, now I got to get a hotel room so I can get some sleep
We
before
just
I
gotta
drive
rest.
home.
Just got to get a
Any
nap
distance, you know.
in. Just a nap in.
Yeah,
I get it.
You got to get some rest.
Hopefully
you
there's
know.
many, many more years of Fritz's
I
Polka
hope
Band.
so.
Yeah.
Hope so, man.
Don't stop anytime
Love
soon.
to play.
Yeah.
I love it. I
Yeah.
look forward to it, you know, and just keep chipping away. It's all I can do.
Yeah.
You know, grateful.
Yeah. All right, we're going to wrap this up next week, guys. I have a newer band called Parkway Bridge coming, and the week after that, Ryan Quinn's coming. So there you go. Ryan
Nice.
Quinn's a good buddy of mine.
Nice.
If I need him, he's here.
A heck of a talent.
Yeah, oh my God, phenomenal. Love that dude.
There's so much. Yeah, it's just so much.
You guys are all my brothers.
Appreciate
I
it,
mean,
man.
what an honor.
Appreciate
It's
it.
an honor to be in the local scene and talking to all you guys. It really is.
Great to have you do
Yeah.
it. Really is.
Love it.
Because I know musicians, you love having people taking interest,
Yes.
you know, and that makes a difference too. Getting the word out on stuff. And
Just because me don't talk all the time doesn't mean I don't pay attention.
Yeah,
I pay
right.
attention.
we all get busy, man.
Yeah. And I don't want to blow you up. You're busy.
It's all good.
Yeah. All right, brother. Thanks for
Appreciate
chilling,
it.
man.
Thank you, man.
Fritz's Polka Band, there's like, I don't know, a lot of gigs here. Go see them. Check them out.
Peace, rock, polka.
I was going to have you do that. Stand up. Yeah.
There you go, man.
Love you, brother. Thank
Love you
you.
right back.
Do it again, Fritz.
Peace, rock, polka.